Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's Friday, end of the week. Weekend is here. Hope everybody is doing well today. The rain has stopped for a bit here in San Diego. Hopefully, we won't get as much as we have the last couple of times. And yeah, this is In the Raw, unscripted, unedited, unpracticed conversation. And there's a, something in the news that caught my attention, and you might have heard about this. Came out a couple days ago, and this is about Elon Musk. Everybody knows who he is, right? Tesla, um, rockets into space, all that, right? Well, he has another company called Neuralink, and they successfully implanted a computer chip into a brain, to a person's brain. And the whole idea here is that um, that that people or us, that if we have this chip, that we're able to um, control our devices with our mind or with our thoughts. At least that's how I understand it as I was reading up on it the other day. So apparently this chip will connect to our devices, phones, computers, whatever, and it will allow us to send commands to our devices through our thoughts, which is kind of far-fetched, but not really, because there's technology that allows people to function without certain mobility or certain corporal movements. What I remember what's most fresh in my mind was Stephen Hawkins. As you know, he was a scientist that was from Britain, and he was paralyzed, and he suffered a disease that paralyzed him, and he was able to communicate with his. I'm not sure if it was with his thoughts, or with his. Somehow he was able to communicate, and he had a computer, and he gave the computer commands so that the computer would then speak for him, right, and other things. And so I'm not sure if it was. I don't think it was through his mind. No, I think it was through some other physical function that he still had. But anyways, that it reminds me of that, because now that as you know, Elon Musk is an entrepreneur, and he likes to venture into new things, and new, using technology, and so he's been very successful at that. And so this new company that he started, or this new organization, Neuralink, is going to do that. So my question is this the beginning of something that we're going to see in the future? Where we're going to be able to, I don't know, read each other's minds or something like that. I know that's kind of like out there, but is that where we're headed with this? And it's just mind-boggling to know where technology has brought us. And back 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I remember we would think about things that we just imagined, and now we have them, like a device that's in our hand that basically does everything for us, right? Or does a lot of things that we didn't even imagine back then. And so now, we're going forward, and is this something that's going to continue to amaze us? And the Bible talks about the future, and it talks about what will happen. It doesn't say much about technology. It does make certain references to it, I guess, but it doesn't really obviously speak about technology, because it wasn't around back then when it was written. But in the book of Daniel, talks about Daniel prophesying and keeping prophecy sealed up, and God tells him, keep it until the end of time, until the end times, until the end of time. when many will rush here and there, many will just be rushing here and there, and we see that now, right? People rushing here and there, people just um, doing so many things, trying to do so many things, trying to accomplish so many things, and then it says, and knowledge will increase, and knowledge has increased. I think I said this before. Knowledge increased in exponentially in the 20th century, the last century. Up until the 20th century, everything was kind of slow. Technology and knowledge and just understanding of things. But around when the Industrial Revolution hit in the 19th century, it kind of woke a lot of things up in people's minds, and knowledge increased in the 20th century, and so many advances that we saw, and into the 21st century, which we are living now. It continues to happen. So I think this is a fulfillment of what the Bible says. The Bible says that in the end times, there will be many surprises, or many things that will surprise us, or I forget the other word I was trying to use. But many things will amaze us. There we go. Things will amaze us of how technology has just increased, and how we are relying on technology more and more and more because of that knowledge that has increased. I never thought that I would get into my car and it would drive by itself with hands free and without my foot on the pedal, and I see that now, and even though that technology has not been perfected, but it's here now, and it'll break. It'll break by itself. It'll stop by itself, and I can talk to my car and say, hey, take me here, or play this music or whatever, and I never dreamt that would happen back 20 years ago, or not even 10 years ago, but it's here. So anyways, yeah, that's interesting, and hopefully you are understanding that we are getting close to some interesting times. All right, talk to you soon.